Alright everyone, welcome back to my channel, Baseball Talk with Nick Morgan. So today, we are talking about Anthony Rendon signing with the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. This is a really big contract and honestly surprising in my personal opinion. I was not expecting Rendon to go out to the Los Angeles Angels. If anything, I was thinking he's going to go to the Dodgers or the Rangers. But you got to give kudos to the Halos because they made a very quick turnaround. They said they were pursuing him and then just hours later, a deal was finalized. Anthony Rendon is officially an Angel. So really good stuff. The news broke late last night, much like the Garrett Cole news just a couple days ago. But we're going to get into it, starting with the contract and everything about Rendon and his career year in 2019. So if you guys are ready for this video, don't forget to drop a like down below, comment, and subscribe. Also, if you haven't checked out Steven Strasburg being signed by the Nats or Garrett Cole signing with the New York Yankees, go ahead, check out those videos down below using the links in the description. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Anthony Rendon signs with the Angels. Third baseman Anthony Rendon and the Los Angeles Angels have agreed to a 7-year, $245 million contract. Now, this new deal gives Tony $35 million annually, and he deserves every penny he is going to be receiving. Now, a quick little note that I want to mention here is that Scott Boras happens to be the agent for Cole, Rendon, and Strasburg. So, within this past week, he has helped his clients receive more than $600 million, which is just really crazy because that's a whole lot of money that's being dished out. But I'm sure he's getting paid a lot as well as his players. But, you know, he has some of the best names on the market, of course, this year. So, really cool stuff. But back to Anthony Rendon and everything. This is a surprising pick, and completely out of the blue, in my opinion, when it came to the Angels. I was not expecting them to pursue this third baseman. I thought that they were really going for starting pitching, but I think the problem was that they were really hoping, and they were really, going after Garrett Cole, assuming that they were going to be the favorites at some point. But I think eventually they kind of knew that the Yankees were going to get him out and, overbid for him. So the Angels went ahead and said, okay, we're going to change our eyes here. We're going to go ahead and move over to Anthony Rendon. That's who we're targeting. That's who we want to get. And they locked him down very quickly. I got a notification on Twitter from Ken Rosenthal saying the Angels have interest in third baseman Anthony Rendon. Then just a little while later, it was official, and the announcement was made that he is officially a Halo. So a really quick turnaround. Great job by the Angels to scoop up Anthony Rendon and not let him get out of their reach like Garrett Cole did. A very surprising pickup, but a very nice pickup. They have control of him now for the next 7 years. And he is joining his friend Mike Trout. So those two guys on the same team are going to be really fun to watch. That offense should immediately be better. And he is also joining Andrelton Simmons on the left side of the infield. So defensively, the Angels will have a great shortstop and third baseman in 2020. And offensively, those two and Trout with a couple other guys are going to explode at the plate. So a really nice signing by the Angels. Kudos to them for going ahead and actually getting the job done when it came to signing Rendon. In 2019, Tony had 545 at-bats, hitting .319 with 34 home runs, 126 RBIs, 5 stolen bases, and a 1.010 OPS. In his career, he is a .290 hitter with a total of 3,424 at-bats, hitting 136 dingers, bringing in 546 RBIs with 45 stolen bases, accompanied by an .859 OPS. So Anthony Rendon definitely had a career year in 2019, and that's really the big focus for the Angels now. They saw him and what he did this past year, and they want that from him the next couple of years that they have him under their control. And I think he is going to do that. He's going to perform at a higher rate. It's going to be even better and continue to grow as a player as his contract, continues with the Angels because this next year, he's going to be out in a new atmosphere. I don't know how he's going to adjust. He should do very well, though, with the Angels because this is the first third baseman in a long time that they really have that's going to help them both defensively and offensively all around at all times. Rendon has proven that he can go up in major situations and perform at his best. He was a big part of the Nationals winning the World Series this year, and it's just really cool to see him now with another team that's trying to work their way up in the division because the Angels, they definitely haven't been the best in these past couple of years, but after, extending Trout last year and now signing Rendon, you are looking for a positive future, and you want to see both of them bring you to at least one World Series and hopefully win that World Series as well. And Rendon can definitely be a part of that team. And with Mike Trout, you have a solid 2 players right there. Of course, you have to expand. You need some better starting pitchers. Some rotation guys won't hurt, and some bullpen, of course, would be nice to add as well. But this is a great start, and you could start this rebuild now with Trout, with Rendon. You have 2 solid pieces moving forward. I really like this signing. Anthony Rendon has proven to be very good, not just in 2019, but in his career. He is a .290 hitter, and Last year, 319 average, 126 RBIs. That's exactly what the Angels want. They'll probably hit him like 5th or 4th. And if they have Trout and Rendon going back-to-back, that's a very threatening duo. So it'll be super cool how they play things, but I'm excited to see Rendon out there with the Angels. A little bit more background. Anthony Rendon has won a couple of awards over the years, including a World Series this past 2 months with the Washington Nationals. He was a 2019 National League All-Star, which is his first time ever being voted into the Midsummer Classic. He's also a 2-time Silver Slugger, and those years came in 2014 and 2019. And he also made the All-MLB First Team, which is new to Major League Baseball this year. So he's essentially voted the best third baseman in 2019, which is super cool and a really great honor for him. He definitely deserves that title. And his final award here is actually really important because it shows that he is the NL Comeback Player of the Year in 2016. So he definitely has had some rough patches throughout his career so far. It is pretty short. It's not a huge sample size just yet, only a couple years. But he can bounce back, and in 2019 he did phenomenal. 2016 he won the National League Comeback Player of the Year award. So definitely it shows that the Angels, if they do have one bad year with him, or if he starts off a little rough, he can get back to some prime form, which is huge. He was also drafted in 2011, round 1, pick 6 by the Washington Nationals, and debuted with them 2 years later on April 21st, 2013. So some great and key qualities here from Anthony Rendon is that he has terrific postseason dominance. So once the Angels finally get to that point, I don't know if they're going to win a wild card maybe next year, or if they'll have enough to get to the postseason within the next year or two. But they can definitely, with some additions of some arms in the bullpen and the rotation, and a couple other infield and outfield guys, they could be a team and a force to be reckoned with, you know, maybe say 2021, 2022, for sure. And Rendon will be a huge part of that in the postseason and in the regular season as well. He's going to help you out big time. He's essentially a big Mike Trout for third base. And speaking of Mike, they are supposedly really good friends, and Rendon is really excited to go ahead and take the opportunity to play with the star center fielder. And this is just a really big pickup. Anthony Rendon, $245 million, 7 years, $35 million annually. He's getting paid. He's getting a big contract, but he is going to perform at that big level for you. And honestly, again, the Angels kind of blindsided me here. I was not expecting this. They completely took him off the market, which I love. They prevented the Dodgers or the Rangers from picking him up. And in that case, you know, if the Texas Rangers would have signed Anthony Rendon, he would have been playing against the Angels. So a very smart move here mentally, and going ahead and just being able to dish out this money and say, okay, we're done with Cole, but we are going to focus on Anthony Rendon. And that's exactly what they did. They pulled the trigger. They got him. This is their big offseason move in 2019. And, you know, semi-unexpected, but overall just a really nice pickup. And something that the Angels are definitely going to love to see, you know, a couple years down the line. They're going to really be happy with this pick, because I think Anthony Rendon will be a star third baseman for the next couple years, probably throughout the rest of his career, at least the majority of it. So guys, it's going to end it for this video. If you enjoyed it, drop a like down below, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace.